Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be working on the rear view camera, the front camera, and the dash cam for my MaxDin, as you can see up there. All this does come with it. This right here is the dash cam. So you got your camera, it's still got the cover over it. And you can also move it up and down however you want. It's got 3M to attach it where you need to. I'm not quite sure exactly where I'm going to mount it yet. But there's that, and then you have the cable that connects to it, and it is USB. This here is going to be the rear view camera. So you can see you have pretty long wire. You got everything that connects up front, and you also have wires that you need to splice into for the, I believe it's the reverse lights and the power to actually trigger the camera to turn on. So this is what the camera looks like. It's a square. There is 3M tape that comes with it. This is the shape of the bracket if you want to just use 3M tape. You can see right here you got your two connections that'll connect in here. But what I bought is a bracket, and this basically just goes right behind the license plate. And if you look, all I have to do is remove the bracket that came on the camera, and it should line up right here. You can see there's already screws in it. The kit comes with some spare screws because they are very small screws, and you even get a little screwdriver with it. I will post a link for the bracket that I got for the rear view camera, and we'll move on to the front camera. So here's this one. It's a pretty small camera. Again, it has quite a bit of wiring, good distance for it. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to route that one yet, and it does come with some 3M and I guess some screws if you want to actually screw it in somewhere. I'm not sure exactly how I want to mount it yet, but I probably will just do the 3M to attach it, just in case I want to move it later. But of course, once I get everything actually routed and hooked up, I'll actually view it from my screen to see exactly how I have, basically what kind of field of view that I have. So we will get started with the rear view camera. Basically, got to remove, I'm going to remove the right side tail lights. So basically you just have two screws up top here. I pop those out, and then it should give me access to everything. If you look here, I do have some bright LEDs, so sorry for that. I already started removing these two pieces. They go right here. Basically, I'm just going to go around and make sure I have everything removed that I need to. I might have to remove these two pieces in order to get complete access. But I will start working this out, and I'll let you know anything additional that I have to remove. But basically, there is a grommet that I need to get to underneath here. And that's basically where my cable is going to go through for my camera. And I will probably end up routing it along this way. And I'm not sure if I'm going to try to go underneath the center console or not. I'll just kind of have to see once I get there. I think that would be the most direct route. I just don't know if the wire would actually show going over this hump or not. I might be able to tuck it in this corner over here and then just go behind the seat and then maybe into the center console area, and then basically just go through up to the MaxDin system. All right, so here's the progress that I got so far. So basically I removed these two original pins here, and also the light that goes up there in the corner. I took that out, went ahead and disconnected it. And you have 2 pins right here beside your trunk latch. That should give you enough room to peel everything back. And this is what we're working with in here. You got to kind of tug on it a little bit to get it past this, the target top latch. And looking down in here, there's a couple areas where you can go through. I'm not going to go through this area because that is a wire that connects to the trunk release. What I wanted to route my wires through is underneath this. There's a little, try to get some light in there. Okay, so you can kind of see it right there. There's a little area that has a grommet and some wiring going through it. That's probably where I'm going to route my camera stuff through. If we go on this side, you can see I have I took out both lights because I'm going to need both hands in there whenever I end up doing some splicing to get power to the camera and stuff. But this is where that grommet connects to right there. So basically I will probably take a razor blade and just be very careful and mindful of the wiring and slice that open to where I can at least try to get the, I guess you call them the RCA cables, to get those through. So I will route the, I'll get the camera and the bracket and everything set up, get it all connected, and start routing stuff through. And I'll show you my progress on that. And then we'll work on actually splicing to where we can get power to the camera. And then we'll work on getting everything routed up to the MaxDin itself. All right, so I got everything set up for the rear camera and the bracket. As you can see, there's a little slit right there where you can route your wire upwards. I did reuse the black screws for the bracket, so I know the threads actually work right. And I can make sure it's tight and doesn't move once I get it installed. But I will, I'll get it mounted at least up here and kind of show you how I routed the wires through. All right, so I got everything attached. This will actually slide up and down however you need it to. And get my wires here. So right here where your lights are underneath for your license plate, you can basically go right up this corner right here. And these will go through. So I get all that routed. And kind of show a little bit of what it's going to look like once it's tucked up. Probably try to tighten it just a little bit, or at least form it a little better. But that's about how much wire is actually going to show. I don't think it'll be really that noticeable. And let me see if I can actually show you what it looks like in here. All right, so now you can see where the wires are actually going through. There's those. So next I'll work on getting this grommet sliced open and getting the wires and stuff routed through, and then we'll splice in for power. All right, so here's what I ended up doing. I wasn't gonna take the grommet completely out itself, but around the grommet, you have the fiberglass edging. It felt pretty sharp, so I just didn't want the wire itself to be right up against that. So I just took a razor blade, basically cut a little cross right there, and routed this portion right here through the yellow connector and the blue wire. Figure that'd be the easiest because it's just this small area here that has to go through versus trying to bring all this back through. So now all I got to do is actually basically just pull all this through and then connect these down here, and then I'll actually start routing everything throughout the carpet and stuff so I can get the connector up to the MaxDin. All right, so I got everything hooked back up. Basically, I ran my wire underneath here and just kind of tucked it in. There's a few more spots. You can kind of see where the wire's still sticking out. I need to go through and tuck it in, but I ran underneath this panel and up towards the passenger seat. And I ran it along the side down here. And this carpet will actually, I can actually get my fingers underneath it down here at the bottom, you can see. So all I did was just run the wire down, tuck it up, and got it coming up through here. And at the center console on the side, you can see where I stopped right there. And let me get this pulled back. Okay. All right, so here's where I'm at now. So pretty much once I get all of this out, I'll be able to finish running the wire. Just to show you, it looks like I should have a decent amount, so I don't have to worry about it being short. That's one thing I was worried was doing too much routing and then not having enough room to actually hook everything up, but should have plenty of room for that. All right, so now I'm working on the dash cam. So my plan is to actually hook it up right here. I'm not going to actually stick the 3M to it yet, but basically what I've did so far is kind of start routing everything through here. I went ahead and started tucking in these areas. There's a little part right there that's kind of sticking out just a little bit. Basically I can kind of just tuck it a little bit. This panel right here, and as you can see, I did take my top off that way, so just makes it a little bit easier, not having to worry about hitting my head or anything, or elbows or anything like that when I'm working. But basically this piece right here just pops down, and I route it down here. This right here will pull out as well. And right now the cable is right here. And so I have quite a bit left, so it looks like I should be able to get everything routed underneath. And once I start taking all this out, it should be pretty easy to just pop it behind there and run it up. All right, so for the backup cam, as you can see, I have my wiring. It's split right now. So your black and red, you can see I have some electric tape down there. I have it connected to the ground. And also the red wire, you're gonna look for one that runs all the way down to your backup lights. You're gonna tap into the green wire right there, and that's going to be power for that. So as soon as I get the backup cam hooked up into the MaxDin, that should work. We'll test it out. Still have to hook up the dash cam, and I still have to finish routing stuff for the front camera as well. All right, so we started taking everything apart. For the center bezel piece, there's going to be 2 screws up here. They're covered by caps. And then you're also going to have, basically to get this side off, there's a panel right here. And that goes over here on the side. And then you're going to have 2 screws that connect it. Let's see if I can show you. It's hard to try to do this one-handed, but they are right there. You see both the holes right there? You'll have to take those out. And in order to get this piece out, you will have to take your armrest off, which is just held in by 4 screws right here. So this is where we're at now. I'm gonna kind of get some of this stuff out of the way, and we'll have to take out our bolts for here. I think there's 8 of them. Maybe just 6. Yeah, just 6 of them. All right, for the reverse camera wiring, got everything cleaned up. Basically where I spliced in, just went ahead and threw some electrical tape over it. Probably have to look for some zip ties. Probably go ahead and throw some zip ties on there just to make sure that the tape doesn't come loose. Also went ahead and threw some electrical tape on these plugs just so I make sure they stay connected and Kind of gets them out of the element a little bit so they don't get corrosion or anything later on. All right, got the tail lights back in. They're working. Also, again, don't forget about those two pieces there. Just make sure all your carpet is tucked back where it needs to be. These two pins here, I ended up replacing. The ones I had were original ones in the car. They were kind of worn down, so I got new ones put in there. And I noticed last night whenever I closed the back hatch, the latch actually kind of rubbed, I guess, against this a little bit. So I got my new ones in there, so this is nice and tight now. All right, here's the wiring up front for the backup cam. And the blue wire is going to connect to the one that's labeled back. Got my connector, went ahead and threw some electrical tape on it. The little cap that was on this piece, I'm putting on the red wire for the front cam. Also the excess, I left a little bit, but most of it I got tucked down in here on the side under the carpet. Then also up here, I have my USB for the dash cam, and then also the one for the SIM card. I actually put that here. I don't think I'll ever use it, but I'm gonna leave it connected just in case. I tested the mic that's built into the system itself, and it works. It's got pretty good clarity and everything, so I ended up removing this one, which was the mic you could plug in. So I got rid of that, kind of declutter some of the stuff back there. There's a lot of wiring, so I'm just trying to clean up as much as I can. For the front camera, I don't have it stuck with 3M or anything yet. Just had it kind of stuck there so I can make sure I get power to it and everything. But in order to get the wires routed through and get access underneath, there's a piece under here I had to remove. You can see where the bolts used to be at. Once you get that disconnected, that's whenever you can pull this down and get access in there. You can see my fingers. All right, so then I routed everything through, got all these wrapped up, connected my ground right there, and then my red wire underneath here, just connected it in there, routed everything through, went back down here. I took the wiring down through here in this opening. You can see the light going through there. Now once I got it through there, I kind of just routed around through here, and right now my wires are right there. I'm gonna tuck them a little bit more, and then just ran underneath and up to the other side of that piece right there. So finally got everything set up the way I want it. So real quick, I'll show you the reverse. It takes just a second to kick on. So there's that. I've tested it, it works really good. And then also I've set up shortcuts so I can view just my camera, and it's going to show on my front bumper. And if I go back, I can go to the DVR, and that's going to be my dash cam. It's pretty good video. Show just a little bit of motion for you. And I have tested it at night, and the clarity at night was actually very surprising. I still do need to get an SD chip for it. I'll probably pick one of those up maybe today and get that set up in there. That was so I can start doing recordings and stuff. But yep, that's all the cameras. It wasn't too difficult. And this is my Agama car launcher that I set up. You can kind of customize it however you want, customize the center and all that. And I do like that I can actually set what I want to what I want to go to, so I can set, like, for my front camera. If I have to pull into a spot, which I hardly ever do, I can just hit camera and it'll pull it up. But alright, I appreciate y'all for watching the video. Hopefully this is helpful. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on any videos. And I'll see you next time.